This is simultaneous equations. So I'm going to start off with quite a basic simultaneous equation. 2x plus y is equal to 9. 4x minus y is equal to 3. Now, what we want to do, we want to turn these simultaneous equations into something we can actually solve. At the moment, we can't solve them because there are two variables. We need it to only have one variable for us to solve it. Therefore, we must rearrange them so that they only have one variable. So the first thing I'm going to do to help visualize is draw a red square around everything that is the same. Y is the same as y. It just is. Now, we're going to want to isolate one of these y's. So I'm going to take the top one. 2x plus y is equal to 9. And now, take away 2x from both sides. Y is equal to 9 minus 2x. We now have another y, and we can draw a red box around it because it is the same as all of the other y's. We also know that 9 minus 2x is the same as y because we've just worked it out. So we can draw a red box around that too. Now, everything inside red boxes we can interchange with each other because they are the same thing. And so what I can do, I can put everything in this red box in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to redraw this equation here. 4x minus, and then I'm going to take this y here. 9 minus 2x is equal to 3. Of course, this is y here. We can draw a red box around that. It is still y. Now, we're going to expand this bracket. This negative symbol here is almost like a negative 1. We're multiplying everything inside the bracket by negative 1. So let's go ahead and do that now. 4x, negative 1 times 9 minus 9, negative 1 times negative 2x is equal to positive 2x, and it all equals 3. Now, of course, 4x plus 2x is equal to 6x, and then we can add 9 to both sides. 6x is equal to 12. Of course, we can just divide both sides by 6. X is equal to 2. Do you see how we've only have one variable in here, and therefore we can solve it? So now we want to find y. We have x, we're going to find y. So let's do the same thing with the boxes, but let's do it down here. X will be in the blue boxes. Now, x is equal to 2. We just worked it out. So let's draw a blue box around that too. Now, x is equal to 2. It is also equal to these x's up here. They are all the same thing. So now let's use the bottom equation here. 4x minus y is equal to 3. This is in a blue box here. Everything in blue boxes we can interchange because they are the same thing. So x equals 2. I'm just going to swap this 2 and this x around. 4 times 2 minus y is equal to 3. Now, 4 times 2, of course, is 8. Add y to both sides. I'm sorry, no, let's not do that. Minus y is equal to 3. Take away y, take away 8 from both sides. And then multiply both sides by negative 1. Y is equal to 5. We can, of course, check it. 2 times 2 is 4 plus y, 5. 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. We've solved it. The next part of simultaneous equations is solving two linear simultaneous equations. A linear equation, as we know, is in the format of y equals mx plus c. This is a linear equation. So the example I have here, 4x plus 7y is equal to 1, 3x plus 10y is equal to 15. Now we're going to solve this a little bit differently to the previous, more simpler simultaneous equations. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to have two of the same variables being multiplied by two of the same coefficients. So let's use x here. First of all, I'm going to label this equation 1 and this equation 2. This is just for our benefit, and it may also make it a bit clearer for our examiners. Now, we want this x and this x to be multiplied by the same thing. So we can, 4 and 3, they multiply together to make 12. Pretty simple. So let's first of all multiply this entire equation here by 3. So 4x times 3, 12x. I'm also going to label this equation 1, plus 7 times 3, 21y is equal to 3 times 1, which is 3. This is still true because we've multiplied both sides equally. Now we can do the same down here, but multiply it by 4, so let's do that now. 12x, 4 times 10 plus 40y, 4 times 15, 60. Now, just as we drew boxes around everything that's the same, we can do that again now. Two things that are the same in equation 1 and equation 2, 12x. 12x. Now, this isn't a variable on its own, but that's okay. 12x is equal to 12x. Now, this is just like this. It's just the same because we have two of the same things. We can isolate one of them. Let's use this top one, equation 1. 12x plus 21y is equal to 3. Take away 21y from both sides. 12x is equal to 3. Take away 21y. And let's do it again. Let's draw boxes around everything that's the same. 12x is the same as 12x. We also know that 12x is equal to 3 minus 21y, so we can draw a box around this as well, because they are the same thing. Now, everything that are in these green boxes are the same thing, so we can interchange them. So let's take equation 2 this time. And instead of 12x, we're going to write 3 minus 21y. And of course, I'm going to do it in brackets. Of course, here it isn't necessary, but brackets are always a good habit to get into with simultaneous equations. Now we can draw this. It is the same thing. Now we can take away 3 from both sides, and we can 40y take away 21y equal to 19y. Divide both sides by 19, y is equal to 57 over 19, which is equal to 3. Y is equal to 3. So now we can draw boxes around y now. Y is equal to 3. We can now put this back in up here so that we can find x. So let's get equation 1. 4x. Actually, no, do you know what? Y is equal to 3. There are plenty of 3's here. I think it'll be a nicer experience if we use equation 2. 3x plus 10y, although we're going to use 3 here. Y is equal to 3, so we can do that. Now, 3x, 10 times 3 is 30, is equal to 15. Now, take away 30 from both sides. 3x is equal to negative 15. Divide both sides by 3, x is equal to negative 5. And there we have solved a simultaneous linear equation. And that is all for this lesson. I'm going to write down a few questions that you can practice with, and I'll leave the answers in the description. So the first question is 4x minus y is equal to 7. 8 plus y is equal to 5x. That will be question 1. Question 2 can be 4x plus 2y is equal to 10. X plus y is equal to 4. And the final one, this will be a simultaneous linear equation. 3x plus 5y is equal to 19. 4x minus 2y is equal to negative 18. You can do these, they'll get progressively harder as you go along. I'll leave the answers in the description. And that is 9.4 simultaneous equations.